I never set out to build a tech company or, see myself as a tech entrepreneur. Yeah, I didn't study computer science or ever dreamt of launching a startup. I was just trying to solve a very frustrating problem in an industry that, I care very deeply about, which are tattoos. And for the last 6 years, I've been building and, managing a portfolio of tattoo studios across the country. Everything from their bookings, their sales systems, their financial infrastructure, the shop culture, and, the day-to-day operations. And if you ever try to get a tattoo, you know this already. The process kind of sucks. Clients wait days, sometimes even weeks just to get a reply. Artists are drowning in DMs while trying to focus on the actual work of tattooing. And shop owners and managers like myself are stuck still using spreadsheets just to manage artist schedules, do payouts, do revenue splits, booth rentals. Like, it's still 2005. It's pure chaos. And strangely, the industry just kind of accepts it. It's not that there aren't any tools out there. There are plenty. The problem is that none of them actually work, because most of them, I believe that, they're built by people who don't really understand how tattoo shops operate. Until, one day I actually asked myself, why does it have to be this way? The other night I couldn't sleep. One of my team members recently closed a $3,000 tattoo at one of my shops, and it went through a series of 7 different steps. A client submits an inquiry form on our website, receives an automated text, and had a consultation with one of our team members, received a custom quote, they paid a deposit through like a link, booked on the artist's calendar, and then received appointment details confirming their session. And it was beautiful. Our artist absolutely crushed it. The client was stoked, but I remember just laying in bed, thinking about this like full process and thinking to myself, this should have taken 3 clicks. And that night I had this idea in my head that, I just couldn't let go. What if a tattoo was as easy as booking a flight? What if the entire experience, from finding the right artist, browsing their portfolio, exploring what products they sell, viewing a live calendar, placing a deposit, showing up to the appointment, and then to get aftercare instructions, what if that entire experience was seamless? I literally got out of bed. It was 3 a.m. and I grabbed a marker and I started to design the perfect experience, getting a tattoo on my whiteboard. That's really when it hit me. The tattoo industry didn't need another scheduling builder. It needs a platform. It needs a system to power how tattoos are discovered, how tattoos are booked and experienced in this modern world. It needs to be as simple as Calendly, as elegant as Shopify, and it needs to be as trustworthy as Airbnb, and it needs to serve everyone within this ecosystem. Clients who want a smooth and confident booking experience, artists who can focus solely on their craft and not focus on chasing deposits or replying to endless messages, studio owners and managers who want clarity on bookings, payments, and revenue. And that's when I knew that this wasn't just a software problem, it was a systems and design problem. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. And I knew that I had to build the solution because, if I didn't do it, then nobody else will. So I'm starting out with the resources that I already have. I already have relationships with over 100 tattoo artists at this point, and I'm gonna have to create this perfect booking experience for the client. Keep in mind, guys, I am not tech savvy. I do not know how to code. I asked ChatGPT the other day, and it recommended me I build an MVP, which stands for a minimum viable product, using a software called Replit, which I'll link down below in the description. But I'm building a software that can entirely automate booking, to ensure that clients are less confused, to limit the number of no-shows, and free up my artists' time so that they can focus on what they do best, which is tattooing. Hopefully make these studios more money, but most importantly, make sure that clients are actually excited and confident about getting their next tattoo. And that's when it clicked. If this works for one artist, this can technically work for all of them. And today, literally at the office right now with my team, it's almost 1 a.m. We're building the world's first platform that makes it easy for people to get tattooed from the artists they love. I'm not sure where this will be in the next few years, but I'm documenting the journey of building it all. But I'm not here to disrupt the tattoo industry or anything like that, but to honor it by removing all the unnecessary friction that gets in the way of incredible art. The messy booking systems, the missed DMs, the awkward, price conversations, last minute no-shows. I want to be able to create a world where people appreciate great art, great artists, most importantly, the great customer experience from start to finish. The culture of tattoos, it's always been powerful because it's personal and sacred, and it's an appreciation of art and design that will continue to live forever beyond my own existence. But the tools that surround that experience, they haven't kept up. And we have the opportunity to change that by creating a better experience that is facilitated through software that actually works for everyone involved. Because I believe that getting a tattoo should be as trustworthy as buying a product on Amazon, and as beautiful as the work itself. And I also believe that tattoo artists deserve tools built specifically for them, not just a generic booking app that's retrofitted for the world. Because it's not just an appointment. It's not just some white labeled booking software like Go High Level. It's Like, it's a craft, it's a relationship, it's a moment where people remember for the rest of their lives. And I'm here to elevate that experience, hopefully, every step of the way. And, we're still very early. Great things take time. I don't even know where this is all going to be yet or what to call it yet. So if you have any ideas of what to call this, drop them in the comment section down below and I'll send you a prize. But right now, we're working with studios who really believe in this vision. We're obsessing over every detail of the experience. We're listening to customers, we're working directly with artists and we're learning from studio owners and we're shipping updates daily. And, it's not perfect yet, but it's real and it's working and it's evolving. And we're embracing tools like artificial intelligence to create better experiences without replacing the human components. And, with every booking, every interaction, every, I just got my dream tattoo moment, it's personal. It really reminds us why we started. And guys, if we do this right, the tattoo industry will look completely different in the next decade. Artists won't have to struggle in the DMs, chase deposits, or act as their own sales team. Studios will be able to run smoother, operate with more clarity and hopefully grow faster as an organization. But most importantly, customers will find the perfect artist from anywhere they are in the world and book an incredible tattoo experience in less than 3 clicks. And tattoos, this timeless, intimate art form can be elevated through technology that finally gets it. And that's the vision I see. I just wanted to record this video and build everything for the public, just keep you guys updated since, I haven't posted on my YouTube channel for a minute now. I'll be posting regularly about our progress, the challenges we face, and, the wins we celebrate along the way. And my goal is to hopefully build a billion-dollar company with AI. And I really believe we can do that. I really believe that this is the opportunity to do so and, call it my calling, if you will. But again, I'm not sure what the future holds. I guess the best way to predict the future is to build it. And that's exactly what we're doing. And I'm dedicating my life to making it happen. So if you're early and you're watching this, or you're early to AI, and you're an artist, or you own a studio, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop it all in the comment section down below. I have a feeling that this is going to be something really special. That said, I'm really excited about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.